What's up, everyone? It is your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today we got some new stuff to try out. So we're gonna start off with the what's new with LA Girl. They had these two palettes. I happened to go on Sunday night. I happened to go on Ulta, and I saw these, and then they were on sale like they always are, because usually when there's new stuff launches, as weird as it is, it's on sale. So like LA Girl was on sale for I think like 20% off, and then they had the coupon on top of that, so these only cost me $9 a piece. So with taxes and stuff, it only ended up being 20 bucks. So I went to the Ulta that was closest to me in Orland that had them and picked them up, because unfortunately the one around the corner from my house didn't have them. So it worked out perfectly though, because I ended up having to come to my grandma's house and film like I normally do. So I just left the store since it was closer to her house and came directly over here to film. So I did get a couple of ABH lip liners and lipsticks too, because I figured y'all might want to see those. Even though Andrea did a beautiful job of, like, you know, showcasing and swatching all the stuff, I figured I could do each one of the lips with each one of the palettes, and then, you know, you can see how they look on me and see a full look with them. So I got the shade Malt and Blackberry. Those were the two like deepest shades. One is of course a berry tone one because it has berry in the name, and then Malt is the chocolate brown one that, you know, the classic black girl color. Then I got the shade Toffee in the lipstick and Rum Punch. So one is like a more mauvey pinky tone shade, of course, and then Toffee is more like that yellowish brown undertone type lipstick. So basically the normal lipstick shades I normally wear, I just got in the ABH ones and in the formula. I think I have satin matte, or is it satin and matte? Oh, it says these two are matte lipsticks, but I'm assuming they're new shades because it said matte and satin. I just bought the matte ones apparently. Anyway, let's look at the inside of these palettes. So this one's called Nudie Cutie. So of course we already know it's gonna be quite boring. I didn't take the cellophane off yet, so I'm sorry if it blinds you. No, it's not too bad. That's basically what the shades look like. So they're kind of boring. You're going to get a simple smoky eye or something mauve tone look with this from me anyway. It looks really similar to that Pro Mastery palette I got rid of like a while ago under the declutter I showed you all. I think I still have it at home because I'm giving it to my cousin. So I will try to do a I'll try to do a comparison on Instagram so you all can see. Y'all know I usually try not to do comparisons in videos if I can help it, because it makes the video longer and we know I talk entirely too much. So next we got Festie, Bestie, and of course this is what I was excited for because this is the one with all the color. Have you always noticed they always do one that's really colorful and fun, and the other one's just like kind of like nude and played safe for the people who don't want like color like this. So this is what it looks like. Of course I'm gonna have more fun with this one, even though I feel like the mattes in here are giving me that much. So it's like I'm probably gonna just stick to this side of the palette because this seems the most fun. I might pop in a little bit of like this right here, but we're mainly gonna stick with this little section like right in here for this one. So I'm gonna start off with the boring one, and then we'll use like probably the more berry tone shade with that one from ABH, and then I will end with the fun one, which is what I'm most excited to use. So I'm gonna zoom you on in, girl. But normally these palettes are 50, what is it, sorry, that 50, Jesus, no, $15.99, that's what I meant to say. But anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, girl? Okay. As y'all can see, I just kept it pretty simple. There wasn't like a lot of mauve tone shades in there like I was hoping for. It seems to be truly more like a nudie brown thing. I guess they felt like with the Pro Mastery one, they didn't want to repeat, so they didn't put as much mauve into this one. Anyway, let me show you what I used. I used this brown shade right here. I'm pretty sure I dipped into this shade, and then I used this on the lid, and then this in the inner corner. Now the lipsticks we're going to use from ABH, first of all, they just come in standard packaging with the little ABH emblem on the side, and then little box. We're going to use Blackberry in the lipstick, and then we're going to, in the lip liner, and then we're going to use Rum Punch in the lipstick. So I'll show you those when we get to it, but let's get into the eye. So I'm going to put on Party Proof from ColourPop. That's what I use with this one, and then I'll use a more like pigmented base obviously when we get to the colorful eyeshadow, but I was like, I didn't need to use my Juvia's Place or my Kaleidos or my what do you call it, Revolution Pro primer just for this simple a look. It wasn't necessary, so I was like, we're not doing it. Now let's get into this chocolate brown. I'm happy they finally getting into darker shades in the palettes. It seems like they can always do that in the nude palettes, so like they always give you a whole bunch of different browns and like that charcoaly gray black shade that they like to put in almost every palette. I was hoping for more colorful mattes, but I didn't look closely into the palette when I was showing it to you all, so I'm hoping the next palette has those colorful mattes I was looking for. I know they hit it out the park when it came to that main stage palette. You can't buy that anymore on Ulta's website. I'm pretty sure you can probably still buy it on their website though, but they They killed with that palette. I absolutely love it. It's actually sitting over here right next to me because I'm going to compare it to He Who Should Not Be Mentioned. They had something about a witch club or some witch palette that they had. I feel like the witch palette that they came out with is really similar to the palette I thought it was really similar to this palette. Sorry, somebody was calling me and my pocket was vibrating, so that's why you had that random pause when I was talking. But yeah, so I feel like it's really similar to their palette. And you know, LA Girl's like $16.99, whereas that one is gonna be like in the 50s, and I'm like, oh no. Let me show these people this main chick side chick. So my friend let me borrow her He Should Not Be Mentioned, which is Give Me Glow if you're new to the channel. We don't talk about them here. It's just like in console. We don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about Give Me Glow. How about that? We don't talk about them here. Anyway. So yeah, so I got the little brown shade, and then I'm going to take the little mauve shade a little bit higher up and dust that in here as well. I had dusted it over the crease area too, so I need to go ahead and do that. But yeah, so they hit it out the park with that palette. Like, that colorful palette was the palette of my dreams. It had purples, a little bit of pink, blues, and greens. I was like, yes, give it to me. It is giving me life. It is giving me everything that I need. I need it. And I grabbed with the quickness, and I caught that one on sale again. So it's like I keep catching their palettes on sale when they first launched for like 10 bucks, and I'm like, I'm here for it. Not that, like, you know, $15.99 is that much compared to what I normally pay for palettes. This is a clean brush I'm dusting with from Oud inside. But yeah, so now I'm going to take that really chunky glittery shade and just start rubbing all over my eyebrow. And when I first put it on, I was like, ooh, yes. But it's like their eyeshadows normally like this. Now this, to me, is a little chunky compared to the other ones that they normally have. So I'm just over here like, whoa, the chunkiness is real. Like my eyelid look really like texture. But I don't know if they were going from like that flaky effect that Vanessa Marks likes to use with those flakes she came out, and that's why they made it like so thick. I'm not exactly sure, but to me it's definitely come off as thick and like flaky, like, as opposed to just, you know, a typical shimmer. And I don't feel like their shimmers normally do this. I feel like they usually blend a little bit smoother, so I don't know what's going on with that. But let's get our inner corner together. So I wasn't expecting this to be as silver as it is, but you know, we're here, it's here. So let me go ahead and put this in. I'm going to have to change the battery before we put the lip product on. So I'll probably go do my eyeliner and mascara off camera, and then I will come back and we'll put the lip on, because girl, it's blinking, it's blinking. Oh Lord, it's blinking. So I just take the hair down for the look at me. I think I'm sexy pictures. So that's what's going on. If you're curious what blush I have on, I do have on, like, what is it? The Westman Atelier one that I got in this holiday set that came out for Christmas. And then I just put the Dior glowy blush on top of it, like I told you all I was, so that way it can be worn by me, because otherwise that wouldn't happen. Now let's get to this lip liner. I have the shade Blackberry. Like I said, I have swatches on my Instagram of all this stuff, and you'll see the pictures of it on along with the swatches from the store, because like I don't swatch mine. So let's get into it. I think it's a gorgeous color. Like, it looks really dark though when you look at it, and then actually put it on, it's different. Interesting. It's really creamy, and I have a lip balm on, which isn't helping, you know, with the way I sprayed it. It also has nothing to do with the product itself. It's like, because I had that creamy lip liner, lip balm on from Laneige, the glowy one, and then try to apply this evenly and smoothly. It's kind of challenging. But I don't want to mess with my makeup and wipe it off, so I'm like, we just gonna have to work with what we got. But see what I'm saying? Like, it looks, sorry, it looks really deep. Right there, it looks like almost dark, blackish, but it's this red tone that you just saw me swatch out. So now here's the lipstick shade in Rum Punch. Now you see what I'm talking about, how that's kind of my lipstick aesthetic. So let's see how this kind of looks. So this is what we're working with. This is Rum Punch. I'll swatch on my hand now that I, used it already. So this is what the color looks like. And I feel like the lipstick is pretty close to the lip liner, which is why I figured they would make a good combo. And let me swatch the lip liner real quick. It is really creamy because like a piece of it broke off when I tried to swatch it on my hand, so I wasn't feeling that. But anyway, here is your lip liner and lipstick combo that I have on now. I'm gonna go off camera, take my look at me, I think I'm sexy pictures. Then we're gonna come back and use the Festie Bestie and then the new lipstick, the matching lip liner, okay? Okay, y'all, so I returned with all of whatever this is. I use this orange shade right here. I use the gold. I use these two shades right here. And then I use the blue. So as far as the green goes, I use my JD Glow green eyeliner, and then I just stamped the lightest green shade on top of it because y'all know that green wasn't just showing up on me on its own. That wasn't happening. But I'm starting by making this blue wing that I made on this side on the opposite side. So instead of using my eyeliner wing, I just made it out of the palette. Just thought about putting an eyeshadow primer. And then I did use glitter glue for this look just because I wanted to make sure that the shimmer stuck. Plus I needed to cut the crease to make the shape of the eye that I have going on now. So let's prime the eyelid. And this is just a Revolution Pro base in the lightest shade. I feel like using Juvia's Place when I'm trying to use up the Revolution one, so I can just, keep using Juvia's Place on another ones, but I was like, I'll just use it today. So, I just drew it to the front of the eye pretty much, and just kind of bring this part out right here to get my beloved wing. Now on the lower lash line, we use the orange, and then I did use the pencil from the Lush Life collection from ColourPop. It's one of my favorite ones to use, so go ahead and draw that in. Sorry y'all, I'm gonna use my editing software, so that's why y'all haven't had any music in the last like 2 or 3 new videos. You guys just broke up on my eye, y'all. I hope I didn't use all of it up and there isn't anymore, because I'm gonna be screwed if it isn't. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. So. I don't know why I think that way much. I don't know. Last time, but excuse me. I don't do too much about it, so I already zoomed in as far as it goes. I'm pretty sure, yeah. So now we're gonna start with the green. So what I did was I drew it on liquid a little bit at a time, and like this. The brush wasn't doing nearly as bad on the other side as this on this side now. I guess it's because I used it too much. But then I just took the brush and the green shade and I stamped in it, and I just blended it out to like make the shape I wanted on my eye with the liquid and then the powder to kind of smooth and blend it out. So it's not going to look as nice as it should because the brush applicator on the thing is atrocious. I told y'all in my disappointing project 2021 that that's why I didn't like this product. It had nothing to do with the colors, because as you can see, it's giving gorgeous vibrant color. It's just more of, it's not, yeah, like I was saying, like it's really difficult to use the applicator, and that's why I'm so annoyed with it. But it's giving off the good color payoff I need to make this look, so I'm gonna make it work for right now. So I'm just literally just blend the rest of this in here like this, and since I'm cutting the crease, it doesn't matter. It's giving me like that sloppy effect or whatever, because I'm gonna cut it with the glitter glue and then we should be good, hopefully. Because girl, I don't know. Anyway, so I just dip into that shade again and just start patting it down and blending it out into my crease, because I was like, I need to find a purpose for these things, because like I spent money on it and I want them to be used, but using them in a traditional sense wasn't working for me, just because the tips of them are like really difficult to use and really thin. So I'm like, I'm finding another way to use it. But I've been dipping the crap out of this green because I had to use so much to blend it out to get like the pigmency and vibrancy that you see in this video. Because girl, it's definitely struggled us from using this green with this look, but Not like it wasn't worth the struggle bus, but it was struggle bus all the same. So as you can see, it does not look pretty there at all. We're gonna make it look pretty. Just give me a minute. So cut the blue back here. I be patient with me with my editing software, because like I said, since it's new, I don't know how to like cut. So you just gonna see the whole of how I made this look, okay? Because I'm not sure how to go about cutting at this point in time. I'll try to study it tonight and see if I can hook that up or whatever, but I don't know. I'm gonna take this reference number 21. Where'd the glitter go? One time I'm sitting on. Oh, here it is on the other side of me. Okay. So I cut out the shape I wanted in this eye look with my BH glitter glue, and then that's how we got the gold on the lid. So now we can actually put the glue shade on. So I just literally went with the brush with the glue still on it and just started rubbing this gold shade on my lid, on the part of which I cut. As you can see, it just looks like liquid foiled gold. I'm just rubbing on my eye. It's beautiful. I had to dip into it a few times to get like the eye fully covered, but it is absolutely worth it, because I mean, look how stunning my eye looks now. Off a $16 palette, like we out here just balling. I feel like we done spent like real grip. Crazy to think that this palette only costs 16 bucks. But we out here doing looks like this. Like, wow. Not to say the drugstore is bad. It's just like a lot of drugstore eyeshadows I feel like aren't nearly as good as these that you can actually physically go pick up in the drugstore now. It's like you have affordable stuff that's just as good as high-end stuff, but it's like that's affordable. This is like literally you can walk into a CVS and pick this up, and this is what it's giving. Like, what? I don't know, I'm not liking the way the wing looks on this side as well as I do on the other side, but you know, I just have to work with that. Let me see, where is my brush? Now when you take the orange and put it on the lower lash line, so take that orange shade, drag on the period, then we'll put the inner corner in, and we can go from there. So I literally just patted a whole bunch on the brush like a million times and brushed it underneath until it got the opacity that I wanted it to have, which still wasn't like super opaque, but I didn't put that primer underneath my lower lash line to make the orange really pop, so I didn't expect like a whole lot. It's just kind of like more of an accent shade, if you will, just to have some unique color in there and use more of the tones in the palette. But I try to use a lot of tones in the palette whenever I try one out, so I'm just like, okay. Well, this one is looking, I kind of just want to like draw a black one on the very end and leave the rest as the blue, just because I'm really not feeling the wing on this side, but you know, I think I'm gonna just leave it alone. Then I'm going to take my clean brush and dust. I really don't dust that, I mainly dust like on the bottom. I'm gonna take our inner corner brush and put our inner corner color. Where's that one? Am I sitting on it? I always feel like I end up sitting on the brush, y'all. I don't keep the inner corner brush anywhere. I know I have it. Yes, and of course I was sitting on it, like I said. So I'm gonna take that weirdly colored shade and pop it in the inner corner. Okay. So that's pretty much the finished eye look, everybody. Let's get into the lips. So I told y'all we're gonna use the shade Malt in the lip liner, and then the lipstick, this is the shade Toffee. So let's get to it. And this time I don't have any lip balm on, so we'll see how smoothly it glides on its own without any help from the lip liner. Okay, it's still looking pretty nice. Of course I have more control now because it's not slipping aside because it's gloss. So that's good. Excuse me. that's what the shade Mocha looks like. Let me swatch on my hand. And these are the two shades that's on my lid. So this is the gold one, and then this is the one that we put in the inner corner. And then there's the shade Mocha and the lip liner. Now we're gonna put toffee on our lips. So yeah, it goes on smoothly. Even though it's a matte lipstick, but I remember the old ones like glided on smoothly as well, so I still have the shade Dusty Mauve or Dusty Rose from the old collection, but this is what we finishing off with, y'all. So let me back up and we can talk about these thoughts, because now you in my personal space and you a little too close. Tutorial's over, ma'am. But this is what toffee looks like. Now, talk about these lip liners, lipsticks, and eyeshadow palettes. Of course, we know I love this one the best. This is Festie Bestie. Love it, love it, love it. Love the eye look I got of it. I mean, I had to do a lot more work with this one than I had to do with the other one, but realistically, we all knew that green one just gonna work on me. It wasn't happening. It needed help, and it got the help it needed. And we look fire. Okay? But the new one, I mean, it's okay if you like nude shadows. I wouldn't deter you not to buy it. It's just, we know these ain't the type of colors I care about. So it was like I bought it because it was on sale, and I wanted to give y'all a look of both palettes. For those of you who like nudes, you can see what you can do. And then those of you who like colors like me, you can see all this extraness that I got on my eyes. But you know, it's nice if you need an everyday neutral palette. I think 10 bucks is fine. It's a cute little drugstore palette that you can buy, but I like them as usual. I will say though, I felt like the shade I used in the nude one, like I told y'all in the video, it was like kind of chunky. So I don't know how I felt about that part, because it's giving more of that flaky effect. If you don't like the flaky effect, I don't know how you're gonna feel about that. But you saw the metallic I put on my lids just now. It was creamy and buttery and smooth. So with the more colorful one, you don't have to worry about that. With the neutral one, I don't know. It was giving real chunky vibes that I wasn't feeling personally. But those are my thoughts. Y'all know I love me some LA girls, so I'm excited to have these new palettes in my collection. How long the new one gonna get to stay? Probably like till the end of the year, just because I want to compare it to other palettes they come out with, because they usually come out with like 2 or 3 collections during the year. It might be more, it might be less, I honestly don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it's at least 2 to 3. So I'm holding on to that until the end of the year. But this is still my all-time favorite one right here. This is one I was telling you all about, the Backstage Palette. Honey, if you love blues, greens, and purples like I do, and then you get this cute little royal pink, then you would love this palette. Now, like I said, you can only buy it on their website now. You can't buy it on, what do you call it, Alt anymore, but it's still worth it in my opinion. But those are my thoughts. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.